Let's go to neutrals real quick. Chef Nami, Battlecry, your deck is empty, summon 666 Grease Fire Elementals. So, how to empty your deck? Easiest way is Myra's Unstable Element. The question is, do you want to play this in your Myra's Rogue? Because what if you don't draw the Myra's? You get a 7-mana 6/6? Well, I guess I can live with that. So yeah, you can play this in Myra's Rogue. I don't think any other class can empty the deck fast enough. But should you want if you play Myra? Not always. 1.5 star for this. Spellword Juveler. Here can be targeted by spells or heal pass until next turn. I mean, it's just a 3/4. If you need a 3/4 in your deck, you play this. Battlecry is not so useful. 1.5 star. Evil Cable Rat. 2-mana 1/1. Battlecry, add Lucky to your hand. You can play this in Lucky Rogue. That's it. 2 star. Traveling Healer. 4-mana Divine Shield. Battlecry restore 3 health. 3/2. I think Farseer is better than this. And I don't want to play Farseer in my deck either. 1 star. Hench Clan Hagsteed, 2-mana 2/1 Rush, Death Rattle Summon, and 1/1 Murloc. I guess you can run this in Shaman. Interesting, actually. Alright, let's give it 2.5. Geppetto Joybuzz, 8-mana 6/6 Legendary, Battlecry, draw 2 minions from your deck, set their attack health and cast 2/1. Well, potential is there. Can you break the game with it? Don't think so, but can win in the game sometimes, yes. If there was still a big spell mage or priest, resurrect priest, you could play this guy. It's pretty good to get 1-mana Velen or Maligus. It's not a very reliable way of getting them. Where I can see it being played, maybe like a Maligus Druid. It can still fit because there are not so many minions, and like minions you can get, you oftentimes get a Floop, you get a Maligus, you get a Florist, and getting a Florist is also pretty good. It's just 1-mana Florist. There's nothing wrong about it. Yeah, if you get Tyrants, it's pretty wasteful, but it still helps you cycle. And there's no more Ultimate Infestation. Alexstrasza, yeah. I mean, Alexstrasza is so-so. No more Tyrant? Oh yeah. Anyway, Maligus Druid has lost a lot of tools. I don't think it can compete anymore, even if you play Geppetto. I mean, this card is probably going to be seen somewhere, right? You can put Maligus in whatever deck you want if you can run just spells. Maybe you can play Geppetto in Hunter. Nah, I mostly see it in Priest still. Again, it might not see any play, it's more of a meme, I think, at least at this stage of the meta. But at some point it might see play. I just want to give it a sign of respect and give it 3 stars. It's a cool card, right? Hecklebot, Taunt, Battlecry, your opponent summons a minion from the deck. 4-mana 3/8 Taunt. Rip combo. I think combo will be a thing still. Megathon decks are dead. Priest has no Psychic Scream. Warlock loses Cataclysm. Good versus Zoo. Is it? It's like a Sentient Shieldmaster against Zoo. Even worse on average. Druid lost Naturalize. I think combo decks are dead already. Yeah, just a combo disruption tool. Like, I don't see people playing combo decks so often, but it still helps if you're targeting something you're hating right now. I don't know. In most cases it won't see play, just 1.5 star I think. It summons a minion from the deck, not even from the hand, so it's not like reducing the amount of value opponent has in his hand at the moment. Oh, maybe you can play this in a Silence Priest. Oh no, it's Battlecry even. Nah, I don't like it. 1.5 star. Unseen Saboteur, 6-mana 5/6 Battlecry, your opponent casts a random spell from their hand. Target's chosen randomly. Yo, Peister, thank you for 30-month resub, welcome back. Yeah, I mean, same shit, combo disruption. Stats are bad. I think this card is a little bit more useful compared to Hecklebot, because you can interrupt some combos, not combos, but just power plays, like Shaman Bloodlusting you, for example. And still, it seems not necessary, because I doubt there will be any combo decks on ladder. And just playing this to get lucky, I mean, if you want, it's pretty fun, but outside of it, not very useful. 1.5 star. Butterhead, people are discussing this a lot. I think it's 1.5, not so useful. Big Bad Archmage, at the end of your turn summon a random 6 cast minion. Mage can do this for 8 mana, and this is 10. 1 star. I mean, pretty good to get it with Geppetto, right? 1.5, whatever. Maybe there will be something somewhere, I don't know. Archmage Vargoth, at the end of the turn cast a spell. If cast this turn, targets a random. Arcane Missiles, maybe Mage. Vargoth Double Mind Blast. Mass Resurrection into Archmage Vargoth. That's funny. OTK with Princess Telangia, this, Velen and Science? What? I mean, I kind of like it in Mage, to be fair. Just a cheap spell Mage, this can probably fit. Because you can Cinderstorm, you can Arcane Missiles, Mirror Image, Breath of Indragosa, maybe even Arcane Intellect. But I'm not sure if it fits. I mean, it's a good card, it's not broken, I'm not sure where it fits, so I'll just give it 2.5. Archivist Elysiana, 8 mana, 7/7, but require discover 5 cards, replace your deck with 2 copies of each. So big question is, discover 5 cards, do you get to choose 5 cards and put them into your hand? Or you just picking the cards to shuffle into your deck and you get nothing immediately? This is so unclean, because discover means you see 3 cards, you pick one and put it into your hand. Right? And it says discover 5 cards, dot. So you should have 5 cards in your hand already. Alright, so don't get them into your hand. I mean, it makes sense, because if you would be able to put 5 cards into your hand with this card, yeah, this would be a little bit too much. Anyway, so it's just a fatigue savior. I don't think games will go too often to fatigue in this meta. Warrior has lost Baku. Who else can really make it to fatigue? Anti-bomb warrior. Lol. Yeah, I don't see how this deck is so useful, or this card. Stats are not so great either. It's only if you're expecting to play fatigue matchups, but I don't think there will be too many fatigue decks, as I said. Nevertheless, an interesting card. It may be like good enough sometimes if you're playing some control decks to counter some other stuff, as you said, like a bomb warrior or something, I don't know. Or just make it so you last in fatigue. Not super useful, so I'll just give it 2.5. Henchkill and Hug, 4 mana, 3/3, but require summon 2/1/1 amalgams with all minion types. Amalgams are Murlocs as well. It's pretty good 4-drop for Murloc Shaman. Get a 3/3 and 2/1/1s, 2 Murlocs. It's fine. Do you have a space for it? Where else can you use it? I mean, if amalgams are 3-drops, you can maybe evolve them. Is Unstable Evolution still a card? Rotates. Yeah, only in Shaman, I think. Why would you play this anywhere else? Token Druid. Druid kind of doesn't have too many problems with getting on board, making a white board. Whispering Woods is still in the meta. I mean, it's 2-star, might see some play somewhere. Exotic Mount Seller, 7 mana, 5/8, and recast a spell, summon a random 3-cast beast. I think it's too expensive for such effect. He just wants to play because it's 7 mana, and you have to spend your cards. You can't just keep spells in your hand until 8, 7 mana, 9 mana. So your best bet is probably just to play her and then cast spells if she doesn't die. It's 1 star. No, 1.5, whatever. Barista Lynchen, 5 mana 4/5. Battlecry, add a copy of each of your other Battlecry minion to your hand. Now this is good. This can see play somewhere for sure. If it gives you 2 cards on average, it's great. It doesn't have to be better than 2 cards. And she's offering you beer. 2.5. Potion Vendor, 1 mana 1/1, Battlecry restored to health to all friendly characters. You're surprised I rated this so low? Okay, I can see it being a little higher than that. Like right now, if I played it in Odd Mage, it would be nice to get all this value against Odd Warrior. But again, like it's like you're playing a body and you get a bunch of other stuff you can play. They're all minions. They're all like not doing much for tempo wise, or they're not cheating the tempo. And tempo is so important right now because all the powerful AoE or a lot of powerful AoE is gone. Oh, I guess you can copy Lucky's with the Barista. It's pretty strong then. Maybe you can run it in Rogue. Yeah, 3 stars, fair, I guess. Potion Vendor, Battlecry, restore 2 health to all friendly characters. Let's showcase how can you use it like a circle of healing. I think a circle is better because circle lets you draw cards from your opponent as well. Well, this card is kind of good actually. You can run it in some sort of control warlock. Heal your minion and your face simultaneously. Sounds good. Kind of skeptical it will see play still. Like, would you play it in control warlock? I was thinking about playing Darkscale Healer in a warlock. It's actually a decent card there. Or it used to be at the beginning of previous rotation. It's a zoo card. I think ghouls are rotating. Actually, in Priest this seems alright. In Silence Priest, you can combo with Patron, draw cards, or what will probably happen more often, you can heal your own stuff after you trade with them. And oftentimes you have out of board, and this is really nice. Like I think it fits in Priest, just like it was showcased. Still, very little implication of it, so just a 2-star card, I think. Dalaran Librarian, 2 mana 2/3, Battlecry, silence adjacent minions. Oh, Silence Priest can be very strong, and this enables it. I want to give it 3.5 stars. I think Silence Priest is going to be very strong. Arcane Watcher, 3 mana 5/6, can't attack unless you have spell damage. Yeah, Silence Priest again. You play in Silence Priest, you run Sun Fury Protector and Silence and the 4 mana card and Dalaran Librarian. Maybe Spellbreaker. Yeah, it's all good. 3 stars. Also, you might be able to run it in some other decks if you have spell damage. Soldier of Fortune, 4 mana 5/6 elemental. Whenever this minion attacks, give your opponent a coin. 4 mana 5/6, 3 mana 5/6. This actually might be a little too much, but maybe not. I know, the deck they just showcased when they revealed the cards, that Priest, I was strong. This can be a tier 1 for sure. Easily. It doesn't have to be changed that much. And I don't see why this wouldn't fit. It's just a little worse than Watcher. So it's 2.5 stars. Proud Defender Taunt has +2 attack while you have no other minions. 4 mana 2/6. So you have no other minions, you get 4 mana 4/6 Taunt. Look at his face. Nah. Other minions? No. I'm too proud. It's very situational. I don't know where I want to play it. 1.5 star, maybe somewhere. Mana Reservoir, 2 mana 0/6 spell damage +1. Well, this is good for the Mage on spells. Maybe some spell-based rogue as well. Very tough to kill, interesting minion. 3 stars. Magic Carpet, 3 mana 1/6. After you play a 1-cast minion, give it +1 attack and rush. A whole new world. It's like a shooting star. I don't know. Where to play a bunch of 1-drops? It's kind of good. Again, tough to kill. Probably should fit somewhere again, right? Somewhere aggro. If you play an Art Paladin, you could play Magic Carpet, for example. Art is dead, I'm aware. I'm just saying, this card is that good, you could play it in Art Paladin right now. Before rotation. So it should fit somewhere for sure, right? I also want to give it 3 stars, seems good. Mad Summoner, 6 mana 4/4 demon. Battlecry, fill each player's board with 1/1 imps. So this is a great way to make your 8/8 demon 0 mana if you're Warlock. And then turns out you're playing against Token Druid. And he goes Savage Roar and you're like, oh, I didn't think about that. 1 star. Sunriver War Mage. Battlecry, if you're holding a spell that costs 5 or more, deal 4 damage. It's a lot like Blackwing Corruptor. It's a lot like Flanking Strike, but situational. It can go face though. This card only fits in Mage and big spells. Flame Strike and new 8 mana spell. I think it will activate your Sunriver War Mage just often enough to run it. Where else? I don't think it's playable anywhere else. Like, even if it's activated, it's not so good. And I'm not sure if you want to play this even in Mage, so it's 2-star card. Sunriver Spy, 2 mana 2/3, Battlecry, if you control a secret, gain +1/+1. Oh, this is for Secret Paladin. Actually very good. I'll give it 3 star. Safeguard, 4 mana 4/5 mech, taunt, the throttle summon of 0/5 Vault Save with taunt. You're played and you're like, I'm safe now. I mean, it can still be sapped. 4/5 for 6 mana. The save, yeah, I don't think it's so good. I don't know, maybe somewhere it can see play, but I'm not a fan. Just want to give it like between 1.5 and 2 again. Just, I don't see it. Too low impact. Tax Fiend, Battlecry, give a friendly more like poisonous. Pog. It's like a Razor Maw, except they always adapt poisons. Pog. In Shaman, it's so good. Another broken card for the Shaman. This is 3.5 star. Arcane Servant, 2 mana 2/3 Elemental. That's it. Outright Elemental, 5 mana 2/7. At the start of your turn, gain spell damage +2. Maybe play this in cheap mage spell. Cheap spell mage? Does it stack? I don't think so. It stacks? How do you know? Well, it's like a Thunder Rhino in a sense. Let me compare it to some other card. I know where to find an example. Inspire, gain spell damage +1. Gain spell damage, it stacks. So here we have gain spell damage. Oh yeah, it should stack them. 3.5 stars. Like, come on guys, it's so easy to kill. Yeah, it should again fit in a small spell mage, but that's probably the only. Maybe in Hunter, but just not enough spells for now for Hunter to be using this card, I think. You want 3 stars? Feels like a little too much. Okay, you can have 3 stars. I don't know, just for you guys. Burly Shovel First. 9/9 Rush. There was a 10 mana 12/12. Nobody used that. Why would somebody use this? 1 star. There are better minions for 9 mana. Dalaran Crusader, 5 mana, 5/4 Divine Shield. 1 star. Divine Shield is better than Life, but Pit Fighter hasn't seen any play, and 2 life is better than Divine Shield. I mean, Divine Shield is good if you can protect it. So maybe you can play this in Zoo. It's a good stat line for Zoo. Just punch for 5. Zoo, okay, 1.5. I won't give it 1. It's like decent body. Eccentric Scribe. Alright guys, I'm not talking about Arena at all, like, it's just constructed review. Of course there are many cards which will be good in Arena. Eccentric Scribe, the throttle summon 4/1/1 Vengeful Scrolls. 6 mana, 6/4. So for 8 mana you can get a 7/7 and fill your board with 1/1s, nobody plays that. Can you like fit 1 in Token Druid? Bad high main? It's a fine high main. I'll give it 1.5 again. Faceless Rager, Battlecry copy a friendly minion's health, 5/1. I mean, whichever way you will put it, it's just a Rager. By itself it's garbage, so it shouldn't be good ever. It's probably the strongest Rager, let's be fair though. Maybe the 5/3 was better. I mean, I think it's 1 star. Maybe in Silence Priest? Flight Master, 3 mana, 3/4, but cross summon 2/2 Griffon for each player. We need more 3/4s, guys. When is it more beneficial to get a 2/2 for you than for your opponent? When you have a taunt, like a Dark Reaper, or when you have a weapon. But nobody, like, only Adro can have a 2/2 weapon reliably. Actually, if there was an Ad Rogue, this card would be nice, right? You always dagger on 2 and then play this and kill a 2/2, say against some control guy who doesn't play anything. Profit. But it's just a 3/4 for now, I think. 3/4 is a nice stat line, so I'll just rate it 1.5. Henge Clan Sneak. 3 mana, 3/3 stealth. 1 star, I guess. Heroic Innkeeper. 8 mana, 4/4 taunt, Battlecry gain +2/+2 for each other friendly minion. It's like Frostwolf Warlord with taunt and better, grows better. The game is decided at 8 mana already, so it's 1 star. Portal Keeper. Battlecry, shuffle 3 portals into your deck. When drawn, summon a 2/2 demon with rush. If you play the Plot Twist, it's pretty easy to get those. The stats on this guy is extremely terrible though, and I don't want to play Plot Twist. This guy looks better, but still, I don't think it's worth it. Alright, this to 1.5. Recurring Villain. The throttle, if this minion has 4 or more attack, resummon it. I mean, even if you get it back, it's 5 mana of 3/6. Who cares? 1 star. Nah, you know, screw it. I'll let it be 1. Spellbook Binder. Battlecry, if you have spell damage, draw a card. Spell damage is tough to get, but this guy has a good stat line, so maybe somewhere. Let's give it 2 stars. Tunnel Blaster, 7 mana taunt. The throttle deals 3 damage to all minions. 3/7 stats. I mean, this Death Throttle, it's like Abomination. Abomination is garbage. This guy is 7 mana. 1 star. Underbelly Ooze. 3 mana, 3/5 Patron Warrior. Patron. Grim Patron. After this minion survives damage, summon a copy of it. If there was a Grim Patron right now, I don't think it would be so strong, because Patron was only as good as Death Bite was. Yeah, if you really want, you can still play it. I mean, Patron Warrior was taking his power from Warson Commander, once it was nerfed, it wasn't as good anymore, and there still was Death Bite. We have Blood Razor right now. Turn 8, you can get 4 of those quite easily. It's a very shitty win condition, and it's slow. Turn 8 is too slow. 1.5 stars for this one as well. Xengenorix, 19 months, thank you. Saying happy to discover another expansion with you. Wouldn't mind you streaming more. Oh, I'm sorry I was not showing up so often. I was traveling and then I got ill. Plus, it's pretty boring to stream right now, to be fair. Violet Spell Sword. 4 mana 1/6, Battlecry getting +1 attack for each spell in your hand. So 2 spells it's okay, 4 spells it's good. 4 spells it's average. I mean, Yeti is not good, and this one has 1 more HP. 4/5 spells. Amazing. How to get so many spells? Banana Buffoon. Yeah. Well, I guess it's not like super unreasonable to play Banana Buffoon in a Spell Mage. Let's give it 2 star. Violet Warden, 6 mana 4/7, taunt, spell damage +1. Roving Tempest, 8 mana 6/6 elemental. Your minions with Wind Fury have Mega Wind Fury. But this guy doesn't have any Wind Fury, right? Blizzard, why? I know, this card is like, when you open something like this from the pack, you'll be like, wow, this is cool. You will be like, shit, I got epic card which is useless. That's the point. Just don't feel bad about getting trash. Right, that's it. I've covered all the cards. If you missed something, you can check the VOD. This should also be on YouTube later. I got my first 0-star rating with this expansion, it feels good, man. So, Druid token is somewhat good. I don't have much faith in Heal. Hunter, kind of trash cards, but Hunter doesn't need good cards because he's already strong. Mage got some good shit. 2 playable archetypes. Secret Paladin maybe, and Dragons once you get bored. Silence Priest is very strong. Lucky Rogue. Lucky midrange minion based rogue. And is good, and I'm not so sure about random spells rogue or random cards rogue. That seems a little wacky. More like Shaman seems good. Nothing for Warlock. I'm not sure how Warlock will perform. Probably know how. Not any good. And the Warrior, well, the Bomb Warrior archetype doesn't feel so strong. Warrior is pretty strong even with the cards he has at the moment. Like, part of the reason why I was so concerned about Warrior, just look at the cards we have. I was thinking, how will they balance Warrior once rotation hits? Super Collider, Dynamatic, Omega Assembly, Rover is good once rotation hits, Doctor Boom, all this good stuff was in a Boomsday. Then we get Dragons, you can also play them, it's good at rotation. Yes, I was like, if Baku is still in the game, how will they balance it? Just keep pouring combo decks on you? That wasn't the best way to balance it. But since Baku is rotated, Warrior, well, it's still good. You can still play Control Warrior, it just won't be broken as fuck. Anyway guys, that's it for the review. Hope you enjoyed it. It was a long road, but now I'm done. I think I'll just end it for now, a little bit shorter stream, and don't feel like playing, and a little tired after talking for 3 hours. Have a good day guys, see you.